See, listen, I don't like none of them people on TV, none of that YouTube shit. Especially now, if somebody trying to teach you how to fight off YouTube, or they saying they can fight, they bullshitting, because there's too many ways to prove what's up.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 73 of the Andrew Deitch podcast. It's Thursday, February 7th. It's been a while. Life has been a little crazy, but I am committed to bringing you all amazing conversations from the most fascinating people that I know. And if this is your first time listening to the podcast, welcome. Thanks for checking it out. My mission here is to bring you transparent, vulnerable, and valuable conversations with the most fascinating people that I know. And hopefully, I can bring some entertainment and value to your morning commute, or maybe you're cleaning your house, or maybe you're cooking, or maybe you're at the gym, or maybe you're just chilling out. But thank you for tuning in. It means a lot. Also, I haven't been stressing this enough recently, but all of my podcasts are recorded in person, and I didn't really realize how big of a deal that was until recently. Not many other people are doing it like I'm doing it. So, but to those of you who keep coming back, I want to thank you guys so much for listening and sharing this podcast with your friends. I'm continuously humbled to be heard by so many people, and I think the main reason why this podcast has gotten so much traction is because I'm able to use this platform to lift other people up. And today, my guest is Chris Arnold. And Chris is a badass, man. He's an MMA fighter. He's a personal trainer and a freaking ninja. And I was connected to Chris through one of my past guests, the Kevin Fuller. And I caught up with him at his home, pretty close to the Atlanta airport. So you may actually be able to hear some airplanes flying overhead. But Kevin told me I needed to have Chris on the show. And of course, since I've never been in a real fight in my entire life, I felt like I needed to talk to him. But in this episode, Chris and I talked about his upbringing and fighting, his decision to join the Navy, and much more. And this was a really fun episode. Definitely had a different feel than some of my other podcasts, but definitely unapologetically an Andrew Deitch podcast. So without any further ado, please welcome Chris Arnold. We're live. It's official.
What's up?
Yo, so actually this is kind of cool. I like being outside. So I'm here with Chris. I've already, the people listening have already kind of been introduced to you, but me and Chris, we literally just met like a minute ago. I got set up pretty quickly and we're just going for it. But I'm here at Chris's house. We're chilling outside. And so Chris, I just met you, but I know that you're a fighter. I know you're a personal trainer. I got introduced to you by Kevin Fuller, the Kevin Fuller, excuse me.
Yes, the Kevin Fuller.
You don't want to mess it up. It's the. There's no imitator.
You can't just say Kevin. You got to say the Kevin.
Mm-hmm, exactly, because the imitators, they're out there. But the official Kevin Fuller. But so that's what I know about you. And like I said, I know you're a trainer, know you're a fighter, and all that kind of stuff. But if you could kind of like describe yourself in just like a nutshell or whatever, like what you currently do. And then we'll kind of jump into your story or whatever.
Yeah, I fight. I do MMA, or really I do Muay Thai too, but mostly MMA, and I do personal training too. So that's just
nice.
That's just a job, but yeah.
I feel you. Training makes the money go in, but fighting is your passion.
Yeah, fighting's the fun. So
that's cool, man. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I've never been in a real fight, which is kind of messed up. I feel like, well, I fought with my brother. But like at school or anything like that, I've never been in like a fight.
Listen, that's crazy because I hear people say that, and last year was my first full year without being in a real fight.
Wow.
My whole life that I can remember, last year was the first whole year that I made without being in a real
12
fight.
12 months without a real fight.
Yeah, I fought inside the ring, but not like a real fight. Interesting.
That's kind of crazy, man. So I feel like fights obviously have all kinds of stories behind them.
Yeah.
So take me back, man. Like, obviously I see Chris now. He's like a fighter. He's a trainer. All this kind of stuff. Hey. No worries. Dude, with podcasts, I don't really care if people interrupt or whatever. It's always kind of funny. Yeah. But anyway, so like I said, you're a trainer, you're a fighter, all this stuff. Now I'm like, oh, this is Chris. he's badass, but I'm sure it was not always that way. How did you kind of like get to where you are now? I guess like kind of take us back and all that kind of fun stuff.
I don't know. The first time I remember fighting was on the bus. I really don't even remember why. Like one of my cousin was fighting, and I don't even know why he was fighting.
Where'd you grow up? Did you grow up in Atlanta?
No, I grew up in Noonan, Georgia. It's probably 30, 45 minutes from Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were on the bus, and I don't know, he was fighting. I don't even know why, but then they pulled him off. And I was like, one fight, we all fight. So that's how that happened.
That's funny. So you say your cousin was in a fight about something? Probably you don't even remember what the heck it was about.
I still don't even know. We was in like elementary school, so yeah, I definitely don't remember why.
That's funny, man. Yeah, I feel like when you're a kid though, fights can like break out pretty easily. How old were you when you had your first fight, like you were just talking about?
I don't know. It had to be like first grade.
Wow. Little kids brawling it out.
Yeah.
Did the bus driver get pissed off or anything, or like what happened?
It took like, she tried to break it up. Well, I think the bus driver pulled him off, and then everybody else had to pull me off. So the bus driver was occupied already.
Dude, being a bus driver, I feel like is one of the hardest and probably most underappreciated jobs in the school system. You know what I mean? Like everyone thinks of like, oh man, it must be hard being a teacher. But dude, being a bus driver must suck.
Yeah.
Because you got to deal with like a...
Yeah, I'm ready to go home, kids.
Yeah, and you don't have any backup in case shit goes down.
Yeah, you just
It's just you out there. You got to call the cops or something if something really goes wrong.
Yeah.
You don't really have any backup. Like you can't go get another teacher or something.
Yeah.
Dude, but that's funny, man. So you're on the bus and you had your first fight, and like obviously fighting is probably a big part of your story, but let's go back for a second. So do you have like siblings? Like give us kind of like a background, I guess.
Yeah, I got a brother and a sister that I lived with growing up, and yeah, me and my brother used to wrestle around a lot.
Older brother?
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
So you're definitely getting picked on a little bit.
I mean, yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's one thing, man. I feel like when you're a younger brother, you get tougher quicker. Yeah. Because your older brother's more mature and like beating up on you a little bit. You gotta grow up faster.
Yeah, I mean it was fun though. So
that's cool. And so you grew up in Noonan, and then did you stay in school there? You stay in Noonan?
Yeah, I graduated in Noonan.
Nice.
Yeah, through my whole high school.
Okay, cool. So you stayed in the Noonan area, but so you got in that first fight, and then was there more fights before you started like learning how to fight, or like what was the progression?
I don't know. I used to fight a lot, but I think I really learned how to fight when I went to alternative school, because the teacher used to make us fight, so we kind of had to learn how, or you know what I mean, you're just gonna get beat up. So yeah.
Really? Wait, so for people that are listening and for me as well, so for alternative school, what exactly did that mean for you?
I had gotten in trouble too much at regular school, so I got sent to alternative school.
Okay, gotcha. My brother went to one of those kind of schools as well. So like basically you're going to alternative school because something happened. Yeah. So you're also probably stuck in a school where all the other kids are kind of in there for similar reasons. So probably a lot of fights happen there as well, right?
Yeah.
Was that in high school or like middle school, or what was that?
Really, I went the first time. No, I went every year from middle school till I graduated.
Okay, gotcha. So like middle school all the way up until you graduated, you were in like alternative school?
Yeah, I went to regular school sometimes, but like I got kicked out every year. So I always ended up. Yeah. Was
it for like fighting or?
Most of the time, but yeah, it was for all kind of stuff.
Just getting into trouble?
Yeah.
Were your parents mad? Mom, I was going to say, are your parents still together? Or?
No, they're not together now, but they was for a little while.
Gotcha. And at the time, were they like pissed? That you were going to alternative school, or didn't really care?
I mean, I'm sure they were mad a little bit, but I was over there then. What can you do?
Exactly. Yeah, that was the thing. Like I said, my brother went to like an alternative school for high school because he just kept failing out and stuff was happening. And my dad was pretty pissed, but like, what can you do?
Yeah, you know what I mean? We over here now, so yeah.
Exactly. That's funny, man. Okay, so you said you were like fighting all in middle school and high school, stuff like that. But when did you start like learning how to actually fight? Because obviously, like,
you mean when I go to the gym?
Yeah. Like in first grade, obviously.
I didn't get to the gym until I was like 20.
Wow. So up until then, it was just like
it's just
what you learned
freestyling.
freestyling.
Yeah.
Looking back, did you probably suck at fighting, or were you pretty good?
Oh no, I was winning. No, I didn't suck.
So you were winning, even just based on what you saw and based on just previous fights and stuff like that. You just had a good fighting instinct.
I don't know. I mean, I think too. Like, you know how some people like hit me first or whatever. Like, yeah, I'm gonna hit you first, so you know what I mean. And I'm not gonna stop hitting you after I hit you first. So we'll see what happened after that.
That's badass. Did you ever I was gonna say, because I don't know, when I was younger growing up, like I was always, I don't know, not necessarily like the peacemaker guy, but if someone punched me, like I didn't always want to like punch back. Like I'm kind of like, me punching you doesn't really make me like feel better necessarily.
Nah, I was the opposite. If you hit me, I don't care. If I don't see you for 2 weeks, I'm feeling, you know what I mean? I remember.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sleep until I get you back, for real.
That's funny, man. That's funny. So you were like, if someone hits me, I'm retaliating immediately. This is not.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna be like, what the heck?
Okay, I can tell you. Okay, this happened in school one time. It was I got in trouble for this at school. So we was in the parking lot after school, and like it was I don't know, you know, everybody outside after school. And I don't know, they was messing with this boy. I mean, I was really minding my business. I was watching them, but you know what I mean, I wasn't participating. So I guess he got mad and turned around and he thought it was me. I was like, nah, I didn't do it. But I mean, I told him a couple times I didn't do it. But he hit me in the way. Like he hit me in the face anyway. Like he punched me in the face.
They were like messing with him behind his back or something. Yeah, and he thought it was you.
Yeah. So he turned around and hit me. I was like, oh shit, he really hit me. So I just started taking my book bag off. But a teacher had seen all of it and they was already on the way over there. And then we get to the principal office and they're like, what happened? And then the teacher explained what happened. Like, yeah, Kristen had nothing to do with it, but
the kid punched you anyway.
Yeah, he punched me anyway. So I was like,
did you want? You were probably about to punch him, but you said that the teacher was on his way over.
I had to my book bag off, and the teacher had already came over there. So I was like, whatever. You know, what I mean, we don't get a chance to fight now anyway, because the teacher gonna break it up. So I'll wait.
Did you end up fighting with him afterwards?
Yeah, it was the next day, really. So.
But the teacher had already seen everything, so she knew that you hadn't done anything wrong.
Yeah, I didn't get in trouble, but...
Did the kid feel bad? Was he like, dude, I'm sorry for punching you? He was just like, nah.
He started talking shit, because we had ISS together the next day in 4th block, so he talking shit to me. And listen, I'm already mad. I'm like, all right, we already finna fight. So, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely, like, if I had any doubt, I'm definitely finna do it now.
That's funny, man. Yeah, I remember in high school, like, kids, there was a lot of fights in my high school, too. But for whatever reason, I never there was a couple times where it was close for me to get involved, like especially in the locker room or something like that.
Yeah.
Because in the locker room, there's no cameras. Like in the bathrooms, that's where a ton of fights would happen, you know? Because people were always scared of the cameras because you could see, the teachers could go back and see what happened. But in the bathroom, like... Oh, yeah. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we just fight in the bathroom all the time.
Yeah, I feel like the bathroom was the spot to fight.
But we kind of just, we were in sets in the bathroom, though. You don't got to be fighting for real. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess it was like sparring then, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's funny. Yeah, because, I mean, like, especially as young guys, like, you kind of have that urge to just wrestle around and mess with people. And
you want to see what's up.
Yeah, you're at school and you're bored and you want to just, like, do something else.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Did you play sports or anything in high school growing up or anything like that?
I mean, I tried to play football, but, you know, I got in trouble too much. And they don't let you play if you get in trouble.
That's very true.
And really, I could stay out of trouble a little bit, but I didn't go to school, so, you know, they just didn't let me play. They wouldn't let me play football.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I always forgot about that. Like, you had to keep your grades and you had to, you know.
No, I mean, I really made good grades when I went. I just got in trouble or I didn't go, so.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, a lot of people, I think people are realizing this more and more with the school system, but, like, people that get bad grades typically are not stupid, you know, and it's not like a lot of times I think it's because either you're not showing up or you're not trying or you're not doing the homework or whatever. But like in class, like most people are not.
Yeah. No, I ain't really do no homework.
Exactly.
Really, listen, I get other people to do my homework for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it.
Yeah.
I remember I had this like computer class in high school, and we had this one kid who was really smart. He was like a nerd kind of guy. He did everybody's homework. Yeah. If we paid him like $5 or something.
See, nah.
It was a no-brainer.
I'd be like, I used to get in trouble for this though. So I'd be like, if y'all do my homework, I won't let nobody mess with y'all. You know what I mean? So somebody come
like
mess with
protector.
them. Yeah. So if they doing my homework, I can't let you mess with them because they ain't gonna keep doing it. So I get in trouble, but I just want to tell them why I did it. They're just like, why you do it? I'm like, you know what I mean? It's all good. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? All my work got done and everything was okay. So
That's funny. Yeah, you mentioned ISS. Were you always in ISS or OSS or whatever?
Oh yeah, the in-school suspension. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was in there. I was in there more than class, really, probably.
Yeah. To be honest, ISS is kind of nice because like you could kind of, if you had like a project or something, you had to like, you knew you had to do it.
Yeah.
You could kind of just like focus and get it done in ISS and like.
I mean, I really ain't mind going to ISS because I ain't like none of my teachers. So if I could go in there and not talk to none of them, that was cool anyway. So.
Yeah, I had ISS a couple times in high school and I actually kind of enjoyed it, to be honest. It's kind of like a fresh, like a different take on it, because you got it was kind of boring and sometimes they made you do like stupid assignments in there or whatever, but it was actually kind of like refreshing from the normal classes and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, so you said it was like you were 20 years old when you actually went to the gym and started like fighting for real, learning techniques and stuff. You said Muay Thai. Was that where you started, or?
Yeah, I think I started with Muay Thai, boxing, and jiu-jitsu at the same time.
So you went to like an MMA gym and they kind of just like taught everything?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because I feel like that's kind of like a new concept.
Yeah.
Like relatively
before,
new.
Yeah, everybody kind of, you would just start off in one. And
like,
then,
I'm going to karate.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I'm just going to box. Or people come from wrestling in high school.
That's very true. Did you ever were you interested in wrestling at all? Or it was just like football and then your grades and stuff, you couldn't do it?
Yeah, I wanted to wrestle too, but yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I figured they weren't going to let me play either, or wrestle. So.
Yeah, you're like, I'm in trouble. Can't do it. At your alternative school, did they have sports there or not really?
Nah.
Yeah.
It was a gym, but it wasn't no sports.
It was for like PE or whatever. Yeah. That makes sense. So like when you graduated, what happened after you graduated? Were you working or like?
I went to the Navy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that just what was the reasoning behind that?
Well, I needed to leave Noonan and and so I figured too, if I go to the military, at least I get in shape. So when I get out, I start fighting. Huh. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Were you always planning on like trying to go fight? Like.
Oh yeah. Well, probably sometime in high school. After it was a little while where I was like, I ain't playing football, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then.
But you knew you were good at fighting because you were always winning the fights.
Oh yeah. I always like to fight, and I win too. So. Yeah,
that's funny.
But I never want to box or wrestle like pro wrestling. And I didn't want to do that.
Were you into fitness at all? Like were you lifting weights and stuff like that?
I had weight training, but other than that, hell no. I was skinny as hell when I went to weight training. And
that's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny how many people have said like weight training and football like freshman year of high school was like the first time that they've ever like lifted and stuff like that, you know?
No, I don't even think I was I think I was in like 11th grade.
Really?
First time I started lifting weights.
Huh. Yeah. So you were just like skinny, super skinny?
I might have been like 140 pounds.
Wow.
That's probably why, that's why I had to fight so much. I was skinny and I talk a lot of shit.
That's hilarious. Did you have like long arms though? Long skinny arms?
I think my arms are kind of long now. I didn't realize it, but I think they are kind of longer than average.
Longer than the average, so you had a longer reach. That's funny. Yeah, I feel like people that are like, if you're kind of naturally good at fighting, you probably have like a kind of like a physical advantage somehow. So if you were skinny, maybe it was something else.
Yeah, and like I said, if some people kind of be scared. I wasn't scared. We finna fight. It is what it is.
So you weren't scared of somebody like punching you in the face. You're like, I've already gotten punched in the face a bunch of times.
No, I'm not saying. I wasn't scared of getting hit, but I'm like, I'm gonna hit them first. So I'm not even finna try to get hit that at all. I mean, if you do, it is what it is. But
yeah. What was I was gonna say? Not to go back a ton, but like like you were saying, the fights in school. Was there any like in particular that were pretty bad that you remember? Like either you got beat up pretty bad or like were like super memorable for whatever reason.
Nah, not at school.
Or like just in general, like growing up before you were like training to actually fight in a gym. Were there any like fights that like you got beat up pretty bad or anything like that?
When we went to Panama City. We got
alcohol and beaches and girls.
Yeah,
always,
something like that. Yeah,
always adds up for a
like
good
a big
fight.
group though. It was like a, you know what I mean.
So it was
like crazy.
So it was like one person in your group started a fight with another group and then just became like a big group fight or something?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
On the beach?
Yeah.
Was there videos of it?
It used to be. I couldn't find it no more. Like, probably like a year after it happened, somebody sent me a link on YouTube and I didn't know what it was. And I was watching it. I thought it was like a random fight. And I was like, oh shit, that's me. So I had to rewind it back and watch it a few times. And then, I don't know, I looked for it one day, it's just gone. So
that's hilarious. Yeah, I feel like a lot of those beach fights end up on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So anyway, so you said you went to the Navy. Yeah. And you're like, hopefully I can get in shape.
Yeah.
Did that happen?
A little bit, but not for MMA. Like, MMA,
not for fighting.
Nah, it's different.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people think like, oh, well, maybe for like the Marines or something like that, you might learn a little bit of like hand-to-hand kind of stuff. But
like you don't have to go to like the SEALs. You don't, or Army Ranger or something. You don't need to do Spec Ops probably.
Yeah,
to really
if you're
get
in like
to a real fight. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But like other than that, they're not teaching you how to like hand-to-hand fight any kind of stuff like that. But of course they're teaching you how to use guns. And you're having to like do a bunch of physical stuff, probably a ton of running.
I mean, they do teach you a little bit of hand to hand, but it's not, you know what I mean? It's not enough for a fight.
Yeah. What was boot camp like? Terrible?
I mean, no, it wasn't even that bad. Really, I thought it was gonna be worse than it was. Like everybody was really some bitches, so it wasn't nothing that bad. You know, the people in charge, they couldn't even hit you or nothing, so they just yelling. That didn't bother me. Talking shit, that don't mean nothing to me. So. It was cool. You know what I mean?
That's a funny way of looking at it though, because some people they've never been really like yelled at like that though. Yeah. And so they're not like mentally prepared for somebody to be angry at them.
I used to get in trouble because like when you yell at me, I'd be smiling. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but I'm finna smile, and then they get mad because I'm smiling. Like, why you smiling? So I gotta work out. I had to work out a lot because I was always in trouble in there too.
Yeah. No, people get pissed off when you're smiling and they're mad.
Yeah, but like I don't just be doing it on purpose. I'm like, you really getting on my nerves, but I just be smiling though.
Yeah. Oh, there's a funny thing too. Like sometimes people's reaction to like fear is to laugh. Like and sometimes when people are sad or like freaked out, they kind of laugh, like a nervous laughter.
Yeah.
And sometimes people like take that the wrong way, like, wow.
Yeah.
You're not being serious about this, but like sometimes you don't even know what to do. So sometimes you just
I do. Yeah,
laugh.
Like we can't fight, so you know what I mean. It ain't nothing that can happen right here. So if I can sit here and be mad, but I don't know. I'd be smiling.
I feel you. So in the Navy though, like I had a guy on my podcast who went to the Naval Academy and stuff. So he kind of talked about like what it was like going into the Navy and everything like that afterwards. But the Naval Academy is like a lot different. Because you're going in like at a different, like when you complete the Naval Academy, you're going in at like a different rank or something like that. So it's like slightly different.
Yeah.
But like, what was it like on your end? So you graduated and then you immediately like enlisted?
Nah, you gotta go to school first. So you enlisted as soon as you like sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, when you graduated high school, was it pretty much like?
No. Yeah. When I graduated, I might have waited I might have already been enlisted once I graduated.
Yeah, because they
you can swear in. Yeah, you go to MEPS and stuff and swear in.
So, I've heard of the MEPS is weird. Like the stuff that they ask you to do, and like some people just like can't even do it. Like some of the weird physical things.
Yeah,
like
they like make
bending
you duck
over.
walk and do. They do make you do some weird shit. I was like, it was strange. And then like they have you moving strange, and everybody in there half naked and shit. I'm like, it was weird. Yeah.
Right. My friend told me about. He said there was something where like for like 10 minutes this guy could not like he had to like bend down and like go up on your heels and then go on your toes or something like that. Yeah. And like he couldn't do it. Like he couldn't get the hang of like going up on his toes and then going on his heels. Like he kept falling over or something like that. It seems kind of hilarious to me, but
I remember them making me do that. I didn't know why, but shit, I
guess it's kind of.
I figured everybody could do it. I didn't know it was a real challenge.
I think they're literally just trying to weed out the people that are so stupid that they can't even follow directions, or like they're okay, I know this is really dumb, but can you at least do this? Because if you can't, then like we can't even work with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see no reason why you can't lean up on your toes.
Yeah, lean up on your toes or like duck walk or whatever. Like seems kind of easy, but some people, if you can't do that, sorry, you don't make the cut.
I gotta go back home.
Kind of silly. Yeah, my friend, he got cut during MEPS because part of the like questions. They asked about like acid reflux or something like that in your stomach, and he said something about sometimes when I eat spicy food, like I have it. and that was a big mistake, and they're like,
they kick me off for acid reflux. Yeah. I mean, I ain't know they would kick you off for that, but
yeah, it's kind of stupid. But I guess like if you're like, you know, out in combat or whatever, and you're having problems, and everyone else is like having to hold back because you're having acid reflux or something silly, like who knows? But yeah, I guess they're just trying to plan for the worst case scenario. They've probably seen it all. There's a reason why they do all the weird kind of silly stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a reason for everything.
Yeah, so you went through the MEPS, and then after that, you have to, I mean, there's a bunch of paperwork and all that kind of stuff, but...
Nah, I think you do all the paperwork at MEPS, but...
Gotcha.
You get the day that you leave after that when you go, so you just got to wait till whenever the date is. And then I think I left in like November, so I graduated in like May.
So you had like a few months to just like, all right, this is it.
Yeah.
Got a few more months to...
Yeah, I was fucking off.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So when you got to the Navy and you got through boot camp and everything like that, like, was that, I mean, obviously it's way different than life at home, screwing off after graduating and stuff like that, but like, what was it like?
I mean, nah, not really. It was really just like being at school again. You know, it was just like being at a boarding school, I guess, because they tell you what to do pretty much all day. I mean, it was different from school because I volunteered to go, like, so I put up with it better, but I didn't volunteer to go to school, so I was like, fuck all this. Yeah,
that's kind of interesting. You're right, because like when you go to the military, you're volunteering. Like it's not like it's the draft or something.
They didn't make me go, so I can't bitch about it because they didn't make me do it. So
that's very true. Like in school, it's like you gotta go, but the military, it was your choice. So if you don't like it, sorry, that was your fault. Dumb decision. Yeah. So but so were you thinking that you were gonna continue? Like how long were you in the Navy for?
I was only in through like A school.
And then what happened?
Really, I wanted to go be a SEAL, and once I found, like, my recruiter basically lied to me about how to go do it, and then while I'm in there, they were like, oh, well, you know what I mean, they lie to people sometimes, so I was like, well, you know what I mean, I'm finna go then, basically. So, I mean, you know what I mean?
Once you swear in, is there a period where you can't?
Yeah, I'm about to say, it wasn't that simple, but you know what I mean?
But if it's like, if you don't want to be there, ultimately you can choose to leave.
Yeah, because you got to think, you know what I mean? It's people letting you in so they can let you out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Was it like an honorable discharge or something like that, or like what?
Nah, it was just, it wasn't even like, they put, like, I wasn't in there long enough to get,
You weren't even in there long enough to have like a job in the Navy and anything like that, so it didn't even matter.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it was just like, we were just act like you weren't even
here. So you were just in there for like a couple months or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, it was almost a year, I think. But,
okay. That's still a long time, though.
Yeah.
And then so once you realized you couldn't become a SEAL, what were you thinking, like?
I mean, for a while, I was like, whatever, I'll stay anyway. It is what it is. Because I really found out in like boot camp that I couldn't be one. So I was really mad.
What was the reason why you couldn't be one?
I forgot. It was some dumb shit. But it was just, my recruiter told me one thing and it was supposed to be the other, you know what I mean? But it was some real simple shit though.
But it was just like something that you didn't qualify for or whatever, and it...
No, it wasn't even that. It was just like, I don't remember what it was, but it was just like, you were supposed to do something, or you were supposed to, I don't remember when you were supposed to do it. It was some shit, I don't remember, but yeah.
But it's like, it's too late and now you can't be a SEAL.
Yeah, basically. So... I was like, I'm already in, you know, I'm gonna leave in boot camp, so I'm like, I'm already here, so we'll see what's up. I stayed a little while, but I mean, the military ain't what people be thinking it is. It's a lot of weird shit going on, and them people, they bitches, you know what I mean, a lot of them, and it's worse being around, like, you know, you're supposed to be tough. I mean, you can't act like I think I was in there when we was first, like, supposed to go to war with North Korea, and like the ship that we were supposed to be on, because they was gonna put me on the ship, and like we got a few of us got orders saying they was gonna be on the ship if something happened.
Wow.
And like half of the room was crying. I'm like, y'all, what? I don't want to go with you know what I mean. I don't want to go with them.
That's funny. I mean, I kind of understand. It's like, man, I didn't think this would be happening this soon, but it's kind of like, this is also kind of like
what you signed up for. You know what I mean? We signed up to go, so you can't be crying now. What you crying? Like, you know what I mean? What you crying for?
Sit there like crossing your fingers for the next 5 years, thinking like, hope I don't get caught.
Yeah, I hope I don't got to go nowhere. So
yeah,
like,
I mean, of course, you never want to get like sent off, but I mean, that's kind of the whole point.
No, I wanted to get sent. Shit, I was ready to go. You know what I mean? I wanted to be a SEAL, so I wanted. You know.
Yeah, you're kind of like.
I wanted some action.
Yeah. What's the point of sitting around here? I want to see some action.
Yeah, I want to do something.
Sense. Yeah, so when you realized that wasn't gonna happen, you came back after that. Were you kind of like not sure what you were gonna do, or like what was the plan?
I already knew I was gonna start fighting, so that's just what it was. So as soon as I got back,
and you wanted to fight like professionally, or like be a coach, or like what were you planning on doing for
going pro? That's what I'm doing for a living.
Nice. So you're like, I'm going pro.
Yeah.
Nice. So then when you got back, is that when you started going to a gym and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Nice. So like you said, you started kind of doing like jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and what else did you say?
Boxing.
And boxing, like all at the same gym? So it was like an MMA gym?
Yeah.
Back in Noonan, or where'd you go?
Yeah, it was in Noonan. It was in Noonan. But I was only there for like a couple months. But I really started going when I went to Atlanta, American Top Team.
Nice. Was the gym like just not that great, or like?
No, it was a good gym. I like it. I still go sometimes now, but I just moved, so I wasn't in Noonan no more, and it was too far.
Yeah, that that makes sense. If it's a good gym, but it's like an hour away, that you can't really.
Yeah, and
an hour away. Some people I'm sure would
I think
do
it just when I was working, I couldn't go or something. It was like the schedule or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did like the gym though.
Yeah, I feel you. That makes sense. So when you started like fighting, was there? I'm assuming they had to kind of break some of the habits that you might have had from just like fighting, street fighting kind of stuff versus actual technique.
The biggest one was, you know what I mean, in the street you only fight for a few seconds. You know, it ain't no, we finna come back out.
It's more hype than an actual fight.
No, we actually fight, but it ain't no, we finna come back out and fight some more. You know what I mean? Once we done fighting, that's it. You know what I mean? It's over with. And I mean, I'm good for the first few minutes, but after that I was like, shit, like, you know what I mean, we still fighting? Why? So you know what I mean, that's the biggest problem that I had.
So it was like cardiovascular, like just endurance and all that.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So your technique wasn't bad, it was more like,
I mean, I ain't gonna say it was good, but like I don't think nobody technique gonna be not bad if you first starting off, but like I wasn't getting just beat up. You know what I mean? So
you said it was like it was like an MMA gym. So for people that are listening that might not even know what the hell we're talking about, so that's mixed martial arts.
Yes.
So that means like combining the best of like a bunch of different martial arts, right?
I mean, I guess it don't even got to be the best one, just whichever ones you want to use.
Yeah, that makes sense. So like, just for people listening and for me as well, because I mean I kind of know like a basic level of what some of the stuff is, but I'm not by any means an expert. So like when you were learning this stuff, like what's the point of learning like jiu-jitsu versus like Muay Thai versus boxing versus whatever? Like what are the purposes for each thing that you were learning?
Jiu-jitsu is like submission grappling. Muay Thai is striking. You can use your hands, elbows, knees, and kicks. And boxing, you know, everybody, it's just your hands. So
just stand up, nothing on the ground.
Yeah, so Muay Thai is nothing on the ground, and boxing, nothing on the ground. Jiu-jitsu is no striking, no punches, but it's all on the ground. It's like wrestling with submissions.
Yeah, because that's the interesting thing is I think a lot of people think of like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or whatever, they're thinking of like striking, because that's like a lot of like UFC fighters, they have like a background in Jiu-Jitsu. You see a lot of punches and stuff, but Jiu-Jitsu itself doesn't actually have any striking.
Real Jiu-Jitsu, you better not hit me if you're doing Jiu-Jitsu.
That's funny. Yeah, because when MMA has become popular like very recently, like we were talking about, because I think it kind of started with like UFC, right? Like the Ultimate Fighter, like they were kind of saying like, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is better? Karate or like jiu-jitsu, which is better?
Yeah, I think it was like karate or jiu-jitsu or something like that. Started off.
Yeah, because some people, that was always like the thing is people would say like, oh no, this is better because of this, or no, this is better because of this. But it's like, okay, let's put these two fighters together, see who actually wins or
see
whatever.
What happens. Yeah, it's always better when you can really see what's up and then just talking. Yeah,
because like you've got this is
why I like fighting better than other sports, because like say if two quarterbacks play each other, they don't actually play against each other. They play against the defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when we fight, it's just us fighting. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
That makes sense. It's kind of like baseball, or like you said, quarterbacks fighting. Like they're not. It's team against team.
Yeah.
It's more like tennis or something. Like it's one against one.
Yeah. If you fuck up, can't nobody else help you.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. That's why like there's pros and cons to that too, though. Because like sometimes a team can have your back.
Yeah.
If you like to make excuses, you can always blame it on your team.
I mean.
But in a fight, like it's just you out there.
Yeah, it's your fault. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I most of like the knowledge or whatever that I know about fighting will probably be from like listening to Joe Rogan's podcast. I bet you a lot of people listen to his podcast and get into MMA and stuff like that because he talks about it a lot. But it's kind of interesting because like he's so well rounded. I listen to his podcast a lot. He's probably like one of the biggest influences actually behind why I wanted to start a podcast. But he talks to a lot of fighters and stuff, and like just listening to them. At first, I wasn't even really that interested because I didn't fight. I didn't really know any fighters. Never really paid much attention to it. But like when I actually listened to fighters and like hear about it, and like I started watching UFC fights and stuff like that, I was like, this is actually like really interesting. I didn't realize it was more than just like a bunch of. Never been to one live, but it looked pretty exciting.
You gotta go come see one live. They way more fun live.
Yeah.
Like, all right, when you see somebody get knocked out on TV, you can hear it. You know what I mean? You can hear when they get hit, and you can hear when their head hit the mat.
Yeah.
It's way more fun.
Yeah. That's one thing that Joe Rogan was saying. He's like, I've probably, because I mean, he calls fights and stuff, or he was saying like, he probably has seen more people like knocked out than a vast majority of like anyone who's ever existed. Yeah. Because he's like seen so many fights
right there when
in real life, like seeing that many people knocked out.
Yeah.
Like he's probably one of the people who's seen the most. But not to make this all about Joe Rogan or anything, but like I said, that's probably the main reason why I even like know what I do know about stuff like that. Because I mean, growing up, my parents never like got me involved in any like kind of martial arts classes or anything. I never fought in school, and so I never really like got exposed to that world. But now that I'm older, I kind of want to get into that kind of stuff because it's exciting to me.
Yeah, it's fun. You should try it.
Yeah, I definitely. That's the thing is I've always been hesitant about like, okay, what should I try first though? Because I'm like, should I go jiu-jitsu first, or should I learn Muay Thai?
And then just see which one you like.
Yeah, so that's kind of what you did. A little bit?
Well, kind of, but I was just like, I'm going to do all of them anyway, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It is. I like striking better, but, you know what I mean, I do jiu-jitsu a lot too.
Because when you're thinking street fights and stuff like that, you're probably thinking like striking.
Yeah, basically, most of it is punching,
It looks cool rather than like bear hugging a dude on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If people doing jiu-jitsu good, it's fun to watch, but like when people just kind of holding on and killing time, that ain't fun to watch.
Yeah. I was gonna say I actually before I came here, I actually found one of your fights on YouTube with it was Jesus something.
Diaz.
Jesus Diaz.
Yeah.
You won that fight.
Yeah.
It's a good fight. But you were on the ground.
Yeah.
A lot of the submissions were all the submissions I think were on the ground, right?
Yeah, I didn't finish. I think I tried to submit them a couple times. I didn't finish though. It was a lot of those on the ground.
So the round was over like when you guys were on the ground. Is that what? And you won by like unanimous decision, right?
Yeah, I won. Yeah, it was a decision. When you go to the ground, you got a certain the amateur rounds are 3 minutes and the professional rounds are 5 minutes. So you just go till the round's over or somebody gets knocked out or submitted.
Gotcha. So, like, when the rounds were over, the referee calls it and you just have to break it up or whatever.
Yeah, then it's just like boxing. You go to the corner, then come back out for the next round.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay, so when you started learning all this stuff, what your mindset was like, okay, I'm going to be, how are you, you said you still had your job and stuff like that. So what were you doing for money?
I was working at a warehouse. Like, I think I was working overnight. That shit sucked.
Yeah, that's never fun.
Yeah.
So you were working overnight and then fighting during the day, going to the gym and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, I think I would go to the gym first and then go to work.
I guess that makes sense. You have more energy after you wake up.
Yeah, listen, I used to hate going. I was like, I used to try to work a little bit, but in real life, especially after a sparring day, I probably wasn't doing too much of nothing at work. Not for real.
What were you doing in the warehouse? Like just moving around stuff?
Yeah. So yeah, it was like hard ass work.
Yeah, like lifting boxes and stuff
after
like
I just got done. No, when I say I didn't get beat up, you know what I mean? I did get beat up a little bit. It wasn't just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So after you get beat up and you don't want to go to work after you just got done getting beat up.
Yeah, of course not. That doesn't sound fun. Your head's pounding and stuff and you're having to like lift heavy boxes and whatever.
Yeah, your whole body hurting. You got what I mean? You got little bruises everywhere and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It was what it was. I did it for a little while, but like, fuck that.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. So how did you become like a trainer? So you started like training people and stuff. When did that start happening?
I had a job at I had a job at a gym. Oh, no, just a personal training studio. I just started working there, and then
They're like, this guy knows what's up. He's pretty fit.
Yeah.
Went to the Navy. He fights.
Yeah.
So were you training people in fighting, or were you training people?
Nah, it was just like regular personal training. The personal
Gotcha.
training and fighting were really just separate. They just kind of happened to work out together.
Fighter by day, trainer by money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because most people. I was gonna say probably more opportunities to find clients in regular personal training than in fighting or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you ever train people for fighting, or just like regular personal training kind of stuff, losing weight and whatnot?
I mean, like I teach my little cousins and stuff like that, but not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. So so you started fighting at this gym, learning all this stuff. When did you start like actually fighting in the octagon? Like, okay, this is an event, scheduled fight, all that kind of stuff.
I think it was like 2000. Might have been 2014. No, it was 2014 or 15.
And you were training at the gym for like how long?
I was training for like a year.
Wow.
Before
So
I
like
fought.
a year, you're training in the gym, and you're like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Were your coaches like encouraging you to have your first fight and all that, or were you like more eager than them?
I think I asked for it. I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Like, when can I fight? What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun though. I feel like some people would be hesitant to have their first fight though, because they don't want to have like a loss on their record or something if they're not ready.
Oh, no. I was asking all the time. They were, hell no. I asked all the time.
Did you're like, I don't care. I just want to fight.
I didn't ask all the time, but because like, I didn't want to just be begging, but
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
I feel you.
Every few months after I feel like they forgot about the last time I ask again.
So you went through them to like enroll you in a fight or whatever?
Yeah, they find a fight for you.
Nice. So like, obviously we're not talking UFC level yet.
Mm-mm.
What's the like class or whatever? What are you fighting in?
I mean, it was called the NFC. It's just a local show.
Nice. So it's just like local MMA fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Same rules as like typical MMA fights, or is it like kind of weird in any way?
Nah, it's just your first fight, you can't punch in the head on the ground. And you can't throw elbows.
On your first fight?
Yeah, or like your first 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're like, we don't want these amateurs getting too fucked up.
Not on your first couple fights. Let's make sure they really want to fight before we let them get hurt for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head punches and head. Can you head kick? Nothing on the head. First 3 fights.
Nah, you can't. Yeah, you can't head kick. Your first fight. Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be standing up though.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you ever, I was gonna say, I feel like head kicks are like the most badass. Like when you watch someone get knocked out by a head kick, you're just like, damn.
Yeah.
Like that's always like the sickest.
Yeah. I want to Anderson Silva front kick somebody. You know what I mean? Knock him out with that. That'll be.
Just like a freaking like a Spartan kick.
Not like the Karate Kid. You know when he jumped up, some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like with his arms up.
Yeah, listen, if I can do all that, yeah, that shit would be incredible. But nah, I ain't gonna try to do the whole pose before.
Like the crane pose.
Yeah, nah. I just gonna, you know what I mean, throw the kick out there.
That's funny. Okay, so like I said, I've never been in a real fight.
Yeah.
And I want to get into MMA stuff. What is your best recommendation? What should I do?
Come up to my gym.
Ooh, where's your gym? Close to here?
No, it's off Cheshire Bridge.
Cheshire Bridge. All right, I can make it there. I was gonna say, yeah, because I've been thinking about for the past like couple years. I think it was pretty much like when I was listening to Joe Rogan, I was like, you know, that'd be like something fun, something that I'm not used to at all.
Yeah.
Something because I've been the past few years I've been kind of like bouncing around of what I've been doing for fitness, because like, you know, obviously you just got regular bodybuilding style weightlifting. You got powerlifting.
Yeah.
And then for a while I started doing like ninja kind of training stuff, like like American Ninja Warrior stuff.
No, I'm a ninja myself, so that's cool. Yeah.
That's badass.
Kevin didn't tell you that?
No.
Oh,
that's sick. What where do you train out of?
What do you mean?
For ninja stuff, like what do you do?
And I can't tell you where I became a ninja at. Nah, that's the secret.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's badass. Wait, so were you fighting at a gym before you started doing like the ninja shit?
I mean, ninjas do more than fight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's true. So you're like a straight up ninja, real ninja.
Yeah, that's what all the ends for.
All right, I see it. He's got the ends on for people. People can't see this right now, but you got the end on the sweatpants and on the sweatshirt and on the what is it?
I don't know what this is on my hair, but
it's a little cloth thing, scarf.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Some kind of scarf.
Headband.
It's my crown.
Ninja crown.
Yeah, I like that.
That's badass. Okay, so if you're a ninja, not only because I was gonna say like when you're thinking of like Ninja Warrior, like on the show.
Yeah, I used to watch that a lot. I used to watch the one in Japan though. I used to like that I couldn't understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
But the little Japanese motherfucker
Sasuke.
always sound excited as fuck about whatever was going on.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that one?
Yeah, Sasuke is badass.
Yeah.
That's like but the obstacles were not like as like intricate as they are now. It's more like simple stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was simple, but the little motherfucker that was commentating, he was always excited as hell. I didn't know what he was saying. Yeah, because I wasn't trying to read all the
I would always
the caption.
Watch. Yeah.
But,
I would always watch the replays on G4.
Oh yeah.
They always had the replays of that because they had like they had Sasuke and then they had then it became like Ninja. They called it Ninja Warrior or whatever. But the original.
I didn't see Sasuke. I just seen Ninja Warrior. Then the American Ninja Warrior came after.
I think on G4 they might have called it Ninja Warrior or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
then
that's the American name.
American Ninja Warrior came after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because American Ninja Warrior came, and I think like now it's become like a much bigger thing. Like there's like training facilities for ninja training. Like,
yeah.
But when you're thinking a ninja, like a real ninja, that's a ninja will fight people and fuck people up. But like the ninjas on TV, they might not know how to fight, but they can like climb stuff.
Yeah, I can climb shit too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like you're like more of a real ninja than like a lot of people on TV. Because people on TV might not even know how to fight. But
see, listen, I don't like none of them people on TV, none of that YouTube shit. Especially now, if somebody trying to teach you how to fight off YouTube, or they saying they can fight, they bullshitting because there's too many ways to prove what's up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's fights every weekend.
Yeah.
So line up and we can really see what's up. Don't just get on internet selling people dreams.
Yeah, no, that's very true because I think that's like why UFC I think kind of took off and like why a bunch of these newer like MMA kind of stuff took off because people would always post YouTube videos like, okay, this is like staged. Like you're fighting your friend.
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna win.
He's letting you flop them all over around.
Like,
you ain't
this isn't
what's
real.
gonna happen when I hit you back? You know what I mean?
But like a real fighter would know that. But like somebody who is not experienced in technique or whatever.
Like, oh yeah, this shit look cool. It'll probably work, but nah. I mean, I ain't gonna say none of it don't work, but
what's the one that where it's like they talk about like being able to fight people with their mind and stuff? Like so, it's like kind of bullshit.
I thought that was like a Jedi.
Well, there's like it's not Tai Chi. What's the other one that's like? There's another one that's kind of you have to like memorize like a bunch of like flow things and like it's kind of bullshit. I don't even know.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know. There's like what is it? I can't remember. But it's kind of there was recently. I think it was in like Korea or Japan. I can't remember. I'm talking about out of my ass here, but somewhere in Asia, there was a guy that could claim that he could like fuck people up with his mind. Like, focus hard enough. Yeah.
Listen, I did see this one dude who said he could make a force field that you couldn't hit him through with his mind, and then they made a video and motherfucker hit him like 3 times in his face before he quit trying. Yeah,
and the crazy thing is like now that guy is like wanted by all these people because like this guy was like a whatever like grandmaster or whatever the fuck he was preaching.
He was
and his students. Like, they believed it so hard or whatever.
Yeah.
They were like, nah, I can't punch. There is a force field. Like, they believed it.
Yeah, until they started getting hit.
A real fighter comes up and is like, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
And it was like an old guy, too. It was like...
Hey, that's what he get, though.
See, you know what the messed up thing, too, though? Is like the human brain is so susceptible to like persuasion.
Yeah.
But I think if you preach that for long enough, you might actually believe it.
Hey, listen, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Some people just believe anything.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, shit.
Okay, cool. So if I wanna learn MMA, but I need to come to your gym because I need to see what's up. But if someone listening to this is interested in getting into MMA or fighting or whatever, and they're not close by, maybe they live in another state or whatever, what's like the best thing to do as far as that? Should they just like find a local gym? Should they look up videos? Should they what should they do?
Nah, go to the gym. Go to a gym.
Don't watch YouTube videos.
I mean, nah, don't get me wrong. Some people do give good real advice on YouTube, but you know what I mean? If you're
like drinking from a fire hose, there's like too much bad information out there to weed through to find the good stuff. Yeah,
just go to the gym. It's better.
I feel you.
So, and two is you got somebody you can actually ask specific questions, and it's not just, I hope I get what I needed, or, you know what I mean? If you fuck something up, nobody's watching to tell you that you fucked up.
That makes sense. And if you're at the gym versus just like watching videos or whatever, also I feel like, you know, like you said, you can ask questions, but also like, how do you know what gym is a good gym? Because like I think that's probably a common thing is like, I don't know anything. I could be at like a quote unquote shitty gym but not really know it because I don't know anything. I don't know what I don't know.
I mean, true.
What are some telltale signs where you're like at a bad gym or something like that?
I don't know. Go pick a fight and see how you do after you've been training there for a while and see what happened.
Test it out in the real world.
Yeah, go for it. See what's up.
Test it out. If you get your ass beat, maybe it's a shitty gym. Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, it might not be the gym. Maybe you need to learn better. But I mean, sometimes it is the gym though. It can be, you know. You gotta look at yourself first though.
That's a balanced perspective, man. Because I think a lot of times people think like it's like, you know, buying a product. Yeah. You're not necessarily buying a product. You're buying instructions. So if you're unable to learn or you're not trying to get better, then you're not going to get better. You're not going to actually learn.
Yeah. Some people, you know what I mean, you just show up to kind of say that you came, but you're not really trying to get better, you know, so.
That's like true in life, in everything too, though. Like people bullshit their way through everything.
People like to complain about, you can't never half-ass. You got to use your whole ass all the time.
That's probably that's the best quote of this podcast. Can't ever half-ass. You got to use your whole ass the whole time. Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Well, I actually I'm sorry I was so late. I got to wrap things up in a second, but I feel like this is a good, unfortunately, a lot of my podcasts go for a while, but I feel like we're kind of in a groove. But if there's anything that people should know or anything to kind of close things off or whatever, like what should people know? What's the closing message? All that kind of stuff. Or if people want to reach out to you, maybe they want to fight, maybe they want some fighting training, or maybe they want to train with you or whatever.
Nah, I don't know. I don't got nothing for him.
All right.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm Nasty Ninja. I'm taking over the world.
All right. Nasty Ninja. That's what it is.
It's going to be a whole clan of ninjas. We're going to take over the world.
All right.
So
I see
look forward to it.
I see it. Very nice. Okay, but if people want to follow you or anything?
Nasty_ninja.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Okay.
I don't got a Snapchat. I don't be snapping chats.
Okay, no worries. I was gonna say some people don't want to put themselves out there anyways, but I was just saying.
Oh, nah, I ain't tripping.
Okay, I see it. But yeah, man, anything else that I was gonna say, like if people out there are interested in MMA or fighting or whatever, find a local gym. Yeah. All that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then test your skills outside. Pick a fight. Yeah. What's the best way to pick a fight with somebody?
I mean, you got to find the right person. Don't go picking on somebody that look like, you know what I mean, they don't want to fight. Don't go bullying people. You know what I mean? Go wait till somebody's fucking with people and then go pick him. You know.
I see it. Okay.
You know, make it fun.
Okay. Find somebody who's being a jackass and strike something up.
Just let it. You know what I mean? Let it ride. But don't just go bullying people.
Okay. That's good advice. Okay. Yeah. Don't go around bullying people. Excuse me. But find somebody who's being annoying, being a jackass, being a douche, and pick a fight with them.
I mean, listen, if you win it and you realize it worked, you ain't got to beat them up too bad. You know what I mean?
I feel like most people are walking around with no experience though. Yeah. So like, you probably after like a few months, you're probably good enough to fuck somebody up?
I mean, you'll be surprised what happens when your nerves kick in. You gotta think about like, if I teach you how to swim, but you don't never get in the water, you know what I mean? The first time you get in the water, it feels different.
Yeah,
you know?
Very true. Very true. Very, very true. I can see that. Like, you might know everything on I've played Madden before. I know how to play football.
Yeah, you got everything. You got everything on paper. It sounds good. You know everything that you're supposed to do, but
the brain and the body
action,
might not know exactly what to do when they're in that state of
No, listen, I'm going to
freak
tell you, this is the real problem. Some people, you know what I mean? Like I said, people be bitches sometimes. It's like, okay, we can keep the pool, for example. If you know how to swim, and I teach you how to swim, you show up and you almost drown one time, and you get out and you leave and you never come back, and you can't swim. You know what I mean? You know how, but you can't fucking do it. Really just because you're being a bitch and you scared to get back in. You know what I mean? But if a motherfucker is not a bitch and they just get in, even though they keep almost drowning, eventually you're going to figure out how to get from one end to the other. So
that's true,
don't be
man.
a bitch and don't half-ass.
Don't be a bitch and don't half-ass. I feel like that's a good way to wrap things up, man. Dude, Chris, thanks for being on the show, man.
Yep.
This was a fun one.
Yep.
I feel like this was a good one, man. Lots of real knowledge here
Yeah.
about fighting. Very nice. Well, see you later, everybody.
All right. Be great.
Boom. There you have it, folks. Another episode in the tank, episode 73. We're moving, people. I hate to use the phrase burned out, but putting out so many episodes a week, like I was doing in the beginning, it's getting harder and harder. But I actually recorded another episode today, so I'm still on track. I'm pushing through. And if you made it to the end here, that means you probably enjoyed this episode. I have an idea of maybe some other episodes you might enjoy as well. If you enjoyed this episode, I have a feeling that you would also really enjoy listening to episode 63 with Kevin Fuller. The Kevin Fuller, like I mentioned in the podcast. Kevin is a dope and unique furniture designer. He's a world traveler, and he's just an all-around awesome dude. Deep down, he's just an entrepreneur, man. He's successfully started and run a handful of companies ranging from coffee to electrical and home theaters to building houses, and now he is the owner of The Kevin Fuller, where he specializes in creating some of the dopest furniture around. That episode was really fun, and I loved having him on the show. Definitely go check it out. That was episode 63. Another episode that I think you would really enjoy listening to is episode 59 with Jack Morrow. I knew Jack back in middle school where we used to run cross country, and we were also in the same Boy Scout troop growing up. He was always kind of like a skinny, nerdy looking dude, but he always had really big goals, and he ended up going to the Naval Academy. And I'm friends with him on Facebook, but nothing ever really stood out. And then a couple of years ago, he posted some pictures, and my immediate reaction was like, "What? Jack Morrow? No!" Like, he used to be like really skinny. He like doubled in size. No lie, he was like the Hulk. It was insane. He had an amazing transformation, and he is super strong, super fit. And a couple of years have passed, and Jack's gotten even stronger and bigger. So of course I had to have him on the podcast, so y'all could hear his story. But not only has he made a physical transformation, but he's really, really smart and successful. It's definitely been, I think it's the most downloaded episode to date. So if you haven't already, definitely go check it out. Again, that was episode 59 with Jack Morrow. Coming up next, I've got episode 74 with Veronica Macias. And that name might not ring any bells for my American friends, but let me tell you, this lady is a celebrity in Mexico. And she's an actress, she's a director, a host, a producer, and a TV star. And she's currently the host of her own weekly TV show called Aguas con Veronica. And I had the best time sitting down with her and getting to hear her story. Back when she was in college, she had an assignment that ended up basically changing her life. She shared the whole story of how she got involved in showbiz, how she came up with her hit segment that eventually became its own show. And that show aired during prime time in Mexico back in the late 90s. Her show was a candid camera show called El Balcón de Verónica, and it was super popular all over the world in Spanish-speaking countries. And I was so honored to be able to spend some time getting to know her, and I'm sure you guys will love hearing her inspiring story. That episode will be coming out early next week. But if you want to support the show, first of all, thank you. But the best way you can do that is go to iTunes and rate my show 5 stars and leave a little review. That is super helpful for me getting the show out to more people. Also, just sharing it word of mouth, that's always helpful. People are always asking, oh, cool, what's your favorite podcast? All that kind of stuff. Just throwing my name out there wouldn't hurt. It would be very helpful. And then also, if you want to go follow me on Instagram, Facebook, social media, you can find all the links to those on my website, andrewdeitch.com. Again, you can find all the links to those accounts there. But that's all I got. Thank you so much for listening, and be on the lookout for episode 74 early next week. And I will talk to you guys then.
Yeah, you can't never half-ass. You got to use a whole ass all the time.